Friends, there's so very much happening right now. We have a major U.S. company that operates globally warning their executive level employees that there is danger out there in potential protests that may spring up in the next couple of days. We're going to get you the specifics on that. We can't tell you which company due to someone leaking that to us. We also have Bank of America having a major issue where it reduces a lot of people's bank accounts down to zero. We got an insider information on the chemical fire down in Georgia. It is much worse than what they're telling us. So if you're in that area, you're going to need to hear this as well. We got a lot of reports coming in from you guys from all over about the toilet paper and paper towel shortages. We're confirming that a little more, just kind of scoping out how widespread that is and just showing that indeed it is a major, major issue. We got a lot to talk about. Let's jump right into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and I am in Spain on the Camino de Santiago for my health and to get reconnected with folks. If you want to find out more about that, you can check out my Bible channel at the Poplar Bible Studies, and I have more information over there. If you have updates that you'd like to share, please make sure you use the word update somewhere in your comment on this video or on any video on this channel. That gets us to the right place. Before we dive in, we do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They help people who have retirement accounts to get out of stocks and bonds and get their retirements into something more stable like gold, silver, or platinum. If you want to find out more about that, there'll be a link at the end of the video. All right, so I'm not allowed to say which company this is, but it's a major company and you definitely know it. It's a major global U.S. company. They've sent out a travel safety bulletin to their high-ranking executive employees regarding danger for travel due to pro-Palestinian rallies between September 30th and October 7th. Apparently, they are worried that there are going to be sympathetic rallies for the Palestinian people around the October 7th. I don't understand the rationale or logic, them going out there and celebrating those attacks. It's despicable and horrible. And yet that's what apparently they're looking at doing. We saw that Hezbollah was looking at trying to do another October 7th attack, basically from Lebanon into northern Israel. Israel has gone in and tried to root them out from doing that. Will that still happen? Expect potential terroristic activities and potential protests that could turn violent out there around that anniversary. So please be aware of that. If you see any crowds gathering that you don't know what they are around October 7th, days before, weeks after, please stay clear of them. Vanessa says, Bank of America, customers reporting that there are outages and thousands of customers are reporting that their bank accounts have gone to zero. Bank of America is aware of the issue and is trying to fix the situation. So there will be solutions out there if they're not already in place by now. What happens if you need to pay your bills or your mortgage or your rent and it's coming out of your bank account and they try pulling out of it and it says zero? You may have money in the bank account, but the fact is that if the bank messes up, you're out of luck. Don't you want to move everything digitally? Don't you want computers running every aspect of your life? Don't you trust them? Well, I, for one, do not. You definitely need to have cash. You need to be able to back up things with hard assets. That's really, really important. S, I redacted their name. Update, Georgia chemical disaster. My son-in-law works for a company that has 2 plants in the Atlanta area. He is in safety/environmental. He said the EPA is totally lying about the severity of the situation in Georgia, the fire with the chemical, pool shock fire there. It is much worse than reported. It is probably terrorism. So a lot of what we heard already did not really make all that much sense. because, you know, they said just some water got into some of the chemicals and it caused them to combust and react. That never really made sense, because why hasn't that ever happened before? And, you know, just all of that. But the toxic off-gassing is more severe than what they're saying. They don't want to evacuate all these people. If you're in the area, be aware that those chemicals are probably worse than what they're letting on. Just like in East Palestine, they didn't want to evacuate people there. They didn't want to say how bad it was. They wanted to sweep it under the rug. They don't care about your health. They care about profits. They care about GDP. They care about the money. And friends, they will throw you under the bus in a heartbeat. And that's apparently what's happening in the Atlanta area again. So if you're in those areas, or if you know people in those areas, please make sure that they are aware of what's going on with that. I don't know all the specifics and ins and outs of all the chemicals that are there and the damage. There are more informed people. I'm just pointing to the fact that if I were you, I would dig deeper on that. Tracy says, I was at Costco today, north of Pittsburgh. Everyone seemed to have paper towels in their cart. I was hoping there were some left because I wanted to get some. All the toilet paper was gone and the paper towels were getting low. As I was at the checkout, I found out that they actually blocked off that whole aisle. I think people are starting to panic again. Is it any wonder? We said when things start moving, things move fast, and they will quickly move from paper towels and toilet paper to other things. And I really believe that, well, one, it doesn't matter what caused this panic, right? It doesn't really matter what caused this panic. It's here. But I believe what probably happened was a lot of people went out to go buy stuff to send to people in the disaster areas, because people were buying a whole bunch like that. Other people were like, oh, well, I'm going to grab a bunch. And then people started seeing empty shelves. They started connecting that to the ports, and just kind of all these things kind of snowballed into one big misunderstanding. But the problem is there's a lot of stuff that moves around the U.S. on ships and rail, like paper towels and such, that it may be hard for them to restock, right? This is Nicholas saying, Metro east side of St. Louis in Illinois, Madison County, Sam's Club, Walmart, Aldi, and the local grocery stores are slammed. People fighting over paper towels and toilet paper in Sam's Club, buying mass amounts of food. It's like the Wu Flu shopping 2.0 all over again. This is what I'm hearing from a whole bunch of you guys. Lynn says, my husband is friends with a coin shop owner. Not just food friends. He said that people were lined up outside the shop's door when he arrived this morning. The customers cleared him out of all the silver he had in stock. If you waited to buy the precious metals until now, the window has possibly closed, at least for now. So if you're planning on getting some precious metals, now is the time. If you want to get your IRA fixed up, if you want to get prepper bars, you might want to reach out to Jonathan and his team. I know that they're slammed over there at Genesis Gold, but they will do their best to make sure you're taken care of as well. I know a lot of people are thinking along those lines, things that they thought about doing, things that they've been putting off, and they're finally starting to move forward with that. The stock market is probably going to come crashing down in the near future. I don't have a crystal ball, but it just seems like that's the case. We're going to have election disturbances. We're going to have these port things are going to impact the stock market. We got a lot happening out there, right? Ty says, update according to Glenn Beck radio program on October 1st. They checked the FEMA website. Like I said, we're getting reports of FEMA not putting out truck load orders out there. Why aren't they putting out load orders? That's a significant question, because every disaster they do that. Well, the answer here is, it states that FEMA is committed to using DEI principles when it allocates resources. There have been complaints about them not showing up to red areas of the country. They've based their planning on you being the right demographic. So they're giving loads to DEI folks first, and they're not pushing them out onto the regular sites to get just whoever can do those loads to get them to the impacted people. Rather, what they're doing is they're trying to hire the right people, and if there aren't enough drivers, well, then the loads don't get moved. You see a problem with that? Who should you be prioritizing, the victims or making sure that your workforce is diverse enough? Addicted to Learning says, update, storm, North Carolina, still isolated with no internet calls, news getting to residents in western North Carolina. Looting, mobbing, and fighting over resources is occurring. My daughter is in-law is an RN at the only operational trauma hospital in the Asheville area. Many medical facilities can't operate due to a lack of water. How ironic. Fuel brought in to assist the doctors and nurses to get to work, and armed guards now protecting them. Pharmacy of the hospital was raided. Son says security is a big concern for his household. Friends in Hendersonville, North Carolina were able to travel out to South Carolina to get to son's home to get necessary restock and return home to protect home. Our YouTube prepping friend, Pinball Preparedness, successfully made a first supply run on Tuesday with dozens of volunteers to drop off necessary supplies. They got a bunch of pictures and everything like that up there, doing a fantastic job. More to come. I hear Patera is now partnering with Pinball in some ways. Son says stress is increasing exponentially in the area. Asks for prayers for the entire region. If you're not helping out by donating or donating your time, please be praying for them. I believe that is not nothing, okay? Llama Mama says, that's a great name. My Aldi in West Virginia, Eastern Panhandle, is rationing. 6 cans per item allowed. They used to do that back during the cough, didn't they? So example, 6 green beans, 6 corn, 6 peas, etc. We're seeing that taking place, aren't we? Area 51 here in Australia on October 28th. They are planning to shut off the 3G and 2G networks. That's going to be coming to the United States soon as well, friends. Rendering millions of phones useless, and the majority of phones will not be able to call 000, which is Australia's 911 emergency number. Also rendering many elderly people's SOS alarms useless, and many back-to-base fire alarms also. Most elevator emergency alarm phones will be rendered useless too. This will affect millions in Australia's. Cheers, Steve, and God bless. Once again, that's October 28th in Australia. There could be chaos regarding that. Mama B says, update, not sure what's going on, but I stopped at Walmart gas station in Missouri, close to the Arkansas border. 6 of the pumps were covered up with out-of-service bags. Okay, so that's one gas station. Guy at the gas station told me he had driven to this gas station because one of the road's pumps, the one up the road, their pumps were completely shut down. Once again, that's in Missouri, close to the Arkansas border. And this is from Sasha. Hi, Steve. I was at the farmer's market in hometown Pennsylvania today, and I overheard a woman talking to a vendor at a vegetable fruit stand. Again, hometown Pennsylvania. She said she owned a trucking company and stated that there is going to be a shortage of bananas because of delivery issues. She didn't go further into depth. Does anyone know any more about banana shortage potentially happening out there? If you have information on that or any other things that need to be shared with the audience at large, please make sure you use the word update somewhere in your comments. That gets it to the right place, right? And give some sort of geographical location, please. My geographical location is somewhere in Spain. I don't know where I am. I hardly know the place where I'm going to, Solos or something. I don't know. I'm supposed to do 28 kilometers today, and I took this beautiful scenic route. The path is a little behind me, behind these bushes over here that are blocking the sun a little bit. Trying not to disturb people on their pilgrimage and such by my yakking. But want to get these updates out to you and hopefully give you a little bit of the scenery here. Beautiful day today. No rain. It's cool. My fingers are just a little bit cold because I've stopped, and I'll be getting going again here. And the sun's not too bad. We got some interspersed clouds. Meeting some really cool people, and it's a blessing to be out here. And I'm feeling like I'm starting to get a little bit more into shape. So some of you guys have already been commenting on that I'm visibly losing weight on my face. So that's good news there. Hopefully when I get back, I'll be much more able to respond to disasters and such, as well as help out where I need to. All right, friends. Well, thanks so much for your prayers. Those of you praying for me. Thanks so much for you guys chipping in with updates and such. If you want to get some more information from Genesis Gold, there's a link right there. You fill out the form, and they contact you directly. If you want to call them directly, you can find that down in the description down below. Make sure you mention this channel so they do waive the setup fee. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up there. I'll see you over there. Or if you want to check out Poplar Bible Studies, just 7-minute meditations every morning, weekday mornings on some thoughts from the Bible and from my pilgrimage. All right, friends, God bless you all. I will see you guys later.